a document and start this rap off with raps. R is for religion. You can practice what you preach. There is no national doctrine you're required to teach.
But I'll teach you a lesson and give you an A. For assemble, this right is fundamental as genetics to Mendel. Popular participation ensures liberty, so gather as you please and
Pun it town square me. P is for petition, no need to ask for permission. There is no condition your elected reps must listen.
You can push the government's buttons with the freedom of press. The media is a watchdog. The next P is for this pet. Howlin' about issues to address.
S is for speech. Censure shouldn't mean censor. You can voice your plight. They may not think what you write is right, but it is still your right.
Because these rights were TJ called inalienable. They aren't gifts from the government. They're supposed to be protected by Madison's barriers of parchment. But after the revolution, the founding fathers were skeptical. The British Army had fought its own people, which wasn't acceptable. So look at these two guns. You have the right to bear arms. If the government isn't benign, you can protect yourself from harm.
Colonists wanted these guns because they didn't trust the militia. During the French and Indian War, Yankees hosted the British, but in peacetime it seemed like a crime for soldiers to stay without paying a dime. This right prevents quartering, but this is number 3. The quartered aren't borders. You don't do their G washing for free.
We are all for it. Number 4, the warrant. The police have got to pause and say a probable cause. If you don't have permission, I don't need to give you admission. My house isn't a Google search bar. You can't look for whatever you wish. I need the warrant, not just, warrant you got something suspicious.
Is the Bill of Rights just restoring what the war seemed to ban? Colonists held on to their rights as Englishmen with this 5-fingered hand. There are 5 parts to 5.
No witness against self. You got the right to remain silent. You need evidence from somewhere else, not just testimony from the client.
No playing double jeopardy. One trial, then it ends. So if you're innocent, the courts can't Alex try back you again.
Trial by jury, except for the military in war.
Can't lock away your life, liberty, and property without due process like habeas corpus.
Plus your private property is protected. Here's how history was affected.
The Missouri Compromise split territories into slave and free.
Then the Dred Scott decision said Congress can't prohibit slavery.
Because moving people would miss their property.
So due to 5, the Missouri Compromise turns into the
Compromise of Misery.
Number 6 concerns a word with 6 letters, T-R-I-A-L-S. Let's divide 6 into the 3 parts that we need to address.
First, the trial, speedy as the Daytona 500 race, so you aren't sitting imprisoned until Christ is risen for a ton of days.
It's public, so you aren't left behind in the dust. Your crime must be confronted. To forget is unjust.
Then comes the jury, impartial, educated, local. They must be unbiased and aware to avoid skewing the vote total.
Finally, accuse is not the same as abuse. You still have rights that can't be construed. Access to a charge, a witness, a lawyer.
The judicial system should be a mediator, not a destroyer. When you walk into a 7-Eleven, you can order your trial by jury. Here's the transaction. Any civil case concerning $20 or more, you can call the common law into action. No inflation clause included, so you can bring a case dealing with just one Jackson.
Well, we're talking about bills, let's talk about bail. The judge determines the punishment, but the framers set rules. It's not contingent on the judge's magic 8-ball. It can't be unusual and cruel.
Number 9 draws a line, the fence of defense. The Bill of Rights' intent was to prevent the government from encroaching on that site. It's a barrier for lawmakers, not the bounds of a person's rights.
Number 10 tells the government to stop. It compensates for the Fed's weight. The fingers stand for its responsibilities, which the Constitution delegates, but all the empty spaces left fall under the jurisdiction of the states.